Hey guys, welcome to my round 8 recap of the NRL. I can't believe 8 rounds have gone so quick. I thought this round was pretty good. There was some exciting game. Let's get into the recap of the round. Okay, so the first game of the round for last week on Thursday night saw the Rabbitohs up against the Broncos. Broncos' record's really good against the Rabbitohs, but they were all class here for Greg Inglis's farewell. Cody Walker, an outstanding player. The Rabbitohs were just amazing. I don't know how I was able to tip the Broncos, what was going on with me. A 38-6 victory, and watching the players do the goanna was a fitting farewell. I really don't know where the Broncos are going to go. Their season's just getting worse and worse, but the Rabbitohs were all classy, and they're my premiership threat this year to look out for at the moment. They're looking like a good side, and good work to the Rabbitohs. The next game saw the Cowboys at home taking on the Titans, a Queensland derby. I tipped the Titans by 12. They ended up winning this by 14. I was really pissed off because I was pretty close to getting my multi for this game that I put on with Justin O'Neill to score, Cowboys 1-12, highest scoring half, all that business. The Titans showed a few signs and got a few tries in there, but man, they're a disappointing side this year to what they can produce, and the players that they have, it's just not working for them. Tamalolo was a massive in for the Cowboys, a big boost, and Michael Morgan, he's really up and down in his games. He had an average game, but some of these games he's been a standout. But props to the Cowboys for winning this game, because I did hear that Paul Green, the coach, who is a good coach, his future was on the line for this match. So it's good to see the Cowboys get a win, and Titans are due soon. The next game was the upset, undoubtedly, of the round. I should have known they'd win it. The Sharks up against the Melbourne Storm at home, and the Sharks beat them. A lot of injured players out made me lose faith. I would have said that the Sharks would have win this if they had their normal players. The fact that they showed so much strength against a Melbourne side who only won by 1 and only lost by 1 the week before, I thought they'd really click in this match. But no, the Sharks were just too good. They're a threatening side, good young players, Brighton Nakora. I'd watch out for him this year. As for the Melbourne Storm, quite disappointing, an 18 to 20 point loss. Yeah, we've got the Storm this week, so we'll have to see if they turn up or not. If you did bet, I do apologise for this. I did tip the bloody Panthers once again, 13 plus, and of course the Raiders beat them by a favourable margin of 30 points to 12, I think it was, so 18 points. The Raiders, man, they're a threatening side this year. Bateman's now out, so we'll have to see if a difference that does to the side. But Penrith, there were 6 injuries in this game. Viliami kick out. I picked him to score a bloody try and he gets injured. I do apologise. This was a tip I got wrong, and I can't tip Penrith. I tip them week in, week out. All I can say is they are bloody due for a win. The next game saw the Manly Sea Eagles take on the Dogs. The Dogs have a pretty good record against the Sea Eagle, but I just thought Brookvale would get them over the line, and it sure did. And a low-scoring match. It was 18 points to 10. I couldn't believe how low this match was. I was expecting a lot of points from both of these sides. The Bulldogs are really up and down. That Remus Smith try with one hand was impressive for that player, though. Brendan Elliott, I think, was that this week or last week? I picked him as a try scorer and I got it. Unless it was last week, but I think I got that. Yeah, pretty average game of football, low scoring. I mean, defensively, Manly were good, but not too exciting of a game, and we'll see how the Dogs go from here. So the Roosters played the Tigers at the SCG. It would have been a good game to be at. I really want to go to the SCG for one of my vlogs this year. And the Roosters just dominating once again. I did say the Tigers would lead at half-time. It was 14-6 at half-time. And wow, did the Roosters come out in the second half. A hat-trick to Latrell Mitchell, a 30-point win over the Tigers, 42-12. It made them go from $3.50 to win the comp to $2. They're just such a threatening side. I just don't know when they're going to lose, how they're going to lose. They're so good. And if your safest bet this year is to tip the Roosters continuously. As for the Tigers, Marshall back in the side was a good boost for them, but obviously wasn't enough for them. The next game saw the Warriors, who have a shocking record at home, and I should have known they were going to lose, and the Newcastle Knights. The Newcastle Knights coming off that win to Parramatta last week, and they are able to pull it off again with a 36-18 win. The Warriors side is now going to welcome Cody Nikorima, so it'll be interesting to see the difference in this team and how he works as a player. But as for the Newcastle side, they're really building. Mitchell Pearce had another strong game. Kalen Ponga, he has his ups and downs, but overall he is a star player. And Jesse Ramian was out, which was a big loss for them. But good on to the Knights for coming 2 wins in a row, and we'll see where the Warriors go from here. And the final game of the round, the Eels at home, Bankwest Stadium, taking on the Dragons. Now, my new rule is for every time the Eels win, I will wear a piece of clothing relating to the Parramatta Eels. As you can see, I'm a big Eels fan. Yeah, well, we were losing 14-6 at half time, and I thought, shit, we're down and out. But we were able to come back with a 32-18 win over St George Illawarra Dragons. Being at this game, check out the vlog. The atmosphere was electric as we started to come back. That try from Mike Acevo shrugging off those players was brilliant. But I've got to say, that try from Matt Duffy was amazing. Even though the Eels didn't tackle and it made me annoyed, it was just an outstanding performance from all these players. Corey Norman was booed every time he got the ball like Slater, which I think was a bit unfair. And he's now got a fractured cheekbone, I've heard. So we'll see how the Dragons go without Corey Norman. But props to Parramatta. We got the Storm this week. I hope we can turn up. Let me know how many you got right last week. Keep an eye out for my predictions video later tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.